While man let out a long, tired sigh and started off towards the infirmary. How's
He
he doing?
seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of the Quark's bed. Journal and the thing Vi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment they begin but what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake, mine, and Quark's. I was affected by Radical 6 eventually to develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Journal was telling the truth, and as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him for a second time? Would he have managed to kill himself before we got to him? Perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with the Exelivar. Fortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would have wound up dead. Question was then, what do I do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Be quiet about the danger he was in to save myself. It was so faint I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little and then fell silent again. It was enough though. Wonder if I had been thinking, how could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I had considered letting Quark die even for a minute was pathetic. Only one choice, there has only ever been a choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. Hands tightened in a fist as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I had felt before it was gone, I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice both
Nothing, I
betray?
suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
And Miyoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave with has been pointless. Alright. Take care of
Of
Quark.
course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go. Luna and I headed out to the infirmary, leaving Miyoji and Quark behind. Miyoji? When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing.
Take a look
Dio?
at the doors.
They're all closed. We came in before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
That he went in, I
Exactly.
guess. That dude. Probably been worried I might try to take the Exelivir from him by force. He hid himself in the AB room. What a coward. In my mind, choose ally no matter what, but part of me still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained to Miyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Ha ha ha. You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly towards the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. 1 second later, they disappeared into the third room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
Headed off at a trot towards the second room from the right, and we're soon out of sight inside of it. Alright, Clover, time for us to go.
Right behind you.
Sided to myself and headed towards the leftmost AV room. Ding.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? Well, one thing I can do. I'm gonna choose Ally.
You'll die.
Well, you never know. Because Dia told us Ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to
Do
pick
you
Betray.
really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way. He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points.
Well, what about you? You got 6 BP too, right? Dia chooses Ally and we choose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
Trying to tell you that I made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is Ally. Only choice we have to get this medicine
That's
back.
why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe it won't, but I can't guarantee that I'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what's going on, Clover dusked past me and ran towards the voting machine. No, stop. Snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess that was a little too
Hey!
hard, huh?
What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die. Dio's going to kill you. You can't do this. I don't want you to die.
10 seconds remain.
Thanks. It's a lot to hear you say that, Clover. Gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Clover and I stepped out of the AV room. Several long minutes, we just stared at one another. Moments. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. Turned and headed towards the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. Push was already made, I stood up straight and kept walking.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. Felt the weight, but stood my ground. The result I expected. Took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. Couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. Or should be the anesthetic so for real? I blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, I felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble and gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
When I opened my eyelids, it was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Darn it. Keep your promise, god darn it. Groaning with all Herculean effort lifting my head, and my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give me out again. Somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio, then at last. A smudge of color faded, an unrecognizable person. Threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back.
Give it
me the
back.
medicine.
Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care, just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found Xelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you. Wasn't the fool, I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give back the Xelavir. If he hadn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could, and I got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it towards me. Caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. They both said unmistakably Xelavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. Held it out towards her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
Guess this is it.
First is the Soparil, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the surfer was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? I could save myself. Okay. Gave a raspy, quiet laugh, even with death staring me in the face. Seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? Had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. Just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. Had to be an answer. We continued. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her waist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listened to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No, no, there's no way she'd do that.
It's true. Stab yourself in the heart with the
Alright.
scalpel.
Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes, I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
could have taken the scalpel
Yes,
then.
I think so.
You're lying. This is all a lie. It has to be.
It's not.
Then
The
why
truth.
did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
You just said she killed herself. Just tell me the truth. Then prove
I
it.
am.
Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof,
I do. And I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the
Oh.
safe.
Well, Alice would have it then.
If I can you, I don't feel like we're touching that woman's body. Could you take
Sure.
a look? Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. 21 seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There it was. Journal. I turned it to hand to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. Cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. Looked back at me and was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin, but translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard
Please
before.
go to page 216.
I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216. Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Vi's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking at me with a new suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I just knew.
You just knew. Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Vi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with corpses of people who took their own lives. The unaffected had only barely managed to survive and have been sent to the underground shelters improvised by the government.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
If I shut the journal with a soft clap, sickly silence drifted through the room. Newspaper articles recording the conversation with Temiyuji, now the journal entry. There was nothing more to hide from the truth. There was never hiding from the truth. Pandemic has already happened. Sobbing. Sobbing. All Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pair, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed his bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pair.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
All right, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got a yellow bracelet, which means Sim's your
Yeah,
partner, right?
can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the baby room. Okay, let's go. See the rest of you once we pick up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Quark, you're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh god.
Tenmyoji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. Cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he was afraid to calm. Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. Quark proved to indeed be corporeal. Tenmyoji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyoji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief. You could see tears trickling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. Didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyoji deserved a few minutes. I left him alone. At last, Tenmyoji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
Well, give him a nervous smile and explain about the white doors. I have the feeling that Tenmyoji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
We've got 4 minutes till the perimeter is open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake!
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There was a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Sounds horrible.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kane Clover only nodded. Well, there's only one left.
There's only one left.
Sorry, that was not me.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Hurry it up, Phi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Come on, guys, there's no time to
Right
waste.
behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
The director's office? Oh, what the heck, man? I gotta move statues around. Pop a balloon. A lion again.
Probably
this
the
place?
office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
This might be Zero Sir's
Maybe.
office.
Or maybe not.
Well, which one is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
You got a point? Let's get started then. Yo. What's this? I did that earlier, but I think it's just a business card holder. Business card holder. Yeah, it's like a file where you put business cards. All got these weird shapes on the back. But maybe if you want to line them up in a particular way, then you get some sort of hint. Well, I guess we can give it a shot. I just wanted to see if I can get like a different view of it. I was like, this doesn't mean anything for me right now, so. Like, you could be a bee? Oh, my bad. My bad again. I can do this. Sophie John. Oh, whoops, I meant to invert them. The other way. No, am I having a stroke? I just did the same. You go here. No, that's not where you go. Okay. But I don't know. I think I should get more information before I mess around with this. I don't get it. What do we have here? Haven't seen a computer sold in a while. Something on the screen. Lion eating a hamburger? I really don't think so. Lion got 2 heads. Like a monster from Greek myth or something? Asking for an ID and password underneath the lion. Keyboard doesn't even seem working though. Can't enter anything then. Insert a CD. Or a floppy. What's this? One of the training machines you see on the late night infomercials? I mean, it's a facial recognition device. A what? You put your hands on either side of it and hold your face in front of the lens. Then checks your face against whatever it is you got in the database. Oh, huh. How'd you know that? I'm in the salvage business. Every so often one of these babies shows up. Doesn't look like it's even turned on. Nothing happens when you put your face in front of it. Right into the lens on the, okay, it looks like it's an awful lot like a keyhole. We got a key for it. Okay. Pop that balloon. 20? No way. Man, pop the balloon. Globe? Doesn't look kind of weird. I'm gonna glue a piece of paper to it. Get it off then. Okay. Screen built in the credenza. Building on it. Starting up. Please wait. When is it starting? Beats me. Mine just says it just means it won't do squat if you mess with it right now. Something else. Now this is a brandy. Fear Parents 200-year-old reserve. Tell by just looking at it, you can smell it. Who knows you got there? Let me have a taste? I don't think so. Why would you be so cruel? Good stuff right here. You already told me that? Oh, did I? 200 years is pretty impressive though. Yes, it is. Even older than that by now, maybe it's gone bad. I would just like water now. I should drink. No? Aw. Huh? Well, putting the expensive brandy on the coaster didn't seem to do anything. Was your beam just went right through it? What the heck do you think you're doing? Keep frying that with a laser, you're gonna ruin the brandy. Pull it out there right now. Suit of armor? Not really a suit of full armor, is it? I mean, it's missing the helmet. What would we call it? I'm not sure. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a suit of armor, okay? Suit yourself. Anyways, got some weird paint on the neck and shoulder area. Sure, that's paint, it could be blood. Hey. Don't say stuff like that. Being in a room with a headless suit of armor is creepy enough. Short spear. Like a diamond? One of those vacuum robots you see on TV. You got me as like a machine of some sort. Was it turned on? Don't think so. Let's see if... Nope, no luck. Oh, nothing? Might as well give up. Yeah. Look at something else. Red paint in the wall. Outline right next to it. Wasn't putting an outlet this high up. Probably not the electrical outlet. What is it then? I think you're supposed to insert something into it. This is cheap, Randy. Look, all that this bad shouldn't even exist. I suppose that safety with my. I'm taking that. Double. The eraser must be a really tight wad. He's talking this cheap stuff. Might as well be water. Well, I mean, I can't be sure. Hard to really just judge a brandy until you taste it. So, nope. Like a tablet? Does it work? Nope. It's on the back though. Doesn't have a battery? Guess not. If you can find a battery, you might be able to turn it on. It's like a collection of literary analysis. Do you think it has any hints to help us get out of here? Those are screwed. Started it before we got through all 4 of these tomes. Philosophy books. Stuff in here is pretty sophisticated. It means you can get that far. Flip the first one open and my brain just said screw this amount. Historical Adventure Saga. There are 3 volumes. Paint on the inside. Save is really big. I'd be like $100 billion in there. Actually good. Hiding something they really don't want people to see. Some videos. I'm not sure I like the way you said that. Open it up and find out. I don't think. See? It's locked. Yeah. Circular input panel on top of the handle. One within the pressure exchange chamber's door. Do the same thing we did then. Alright, let's do it. Does pink go to anything? Pink goes to green. Blue goes to white. Orange doesn't go to anything. Green to pink. Purple to yellow. Completed. Good job. You did it. Nice work. Very impressive. Have a look inside, shall we? $100 billion? Videos? Yeah. Sorry guys. We've got a binder and a deer. So a binder. What the heck is this? Is you're just making fun of us? Go ahead, 2 pieces of paper in it. Bob, Chris, John, Tony, Ian, Michael. I'll get that in a minute. You're gonna be Grandpa. Buckle up, it's just a fake. Well, it's like you were right. Carol likes being to the left. Anne prefers to be near Bob. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Sophie likes to be on the very right. Kay likes to be next to Michael. Carol prefers to be on the left. Anne prefers to be near Bob. Ellen likes to be above Anne. She likes to be on the very right. He likes to be next to Michael. Well, Anne and Ellen are on the left hand. No, what? Anne and Carol on the left. Okay. Alan's above Anne. Doesn't really mean anything right now, though. Sophie likes to be on the very right. Kate next to Michael. Kate next to Michael. Okay, you're set. Ellen likes to be on the very right? Is that what that says? Sophie likes to be in the very right. Sophie likes to go over here. There you go. I think this is right. Let's take a look at the other side. Maybe the shapes look like something now. Book 334. Book 334. What does that mean? Book is a bunch of pieces of paper that are bound together with. I know what the book is. Three, 4. Changes the order. Nope. Yeah, H. What I was getting out of it. E, H, E, L. I wish I put the short spear on it. No? Laser beams bending all around the bottle. Made a parallelogram. I don't know what else I can interact with. Poke the blue. Her spear is short. The blade from the top looks like a diamond. Slingshot, thank you. Well, I don't know what else you want from me. Anyway, I will be right back because it's slash marker time. Right? Yes, okay, I'll be right back.